Hello, my name is Klaus Bastel, and in the next video we demonstrate IP fusion of the thumb. But this is not the only problem, because there has been a MCP1 arthrodesis with a severe deviation 1 year ago. And so we have to put out the metal and make a correction osteotomy in this part of the bone. The problem is that there's a carpo-metacarpal prosthesis set, and the stem in the metacarpal bone is rare and far to the distal part of the bone. So we have nearly very low space to bring in the shark screw. Let's start the operation. Thanks.
In the following video, we demonstrate the treatment of a non-union of the MCP joint of the thumb with severe deformity, as well as the simultaneous arthrodesis of the IP joint. The latter is necessary because the joint, due to massive hyperextension, no longer allows for a functional gripping motion. A particular challenge arises from the previously performed plate osteosynthesis and the implanted trapeziometacarpal joint prosthesis. As a result, only limited space and bone stock are available to perform a new arthrodesis of the MCP joint. The procedure is carried out with the patient in the supine position and under Esmarch's tourniquet. A straight dorsal skin incision is made along the entire thumb. The extensor apparatus and soft tissues are retracted, followed by removal of the plate and screws. To fix the thumb later in a functional position, the IP joint is exposed first. The collateral ligaments are transected, the base of the distal phalanx is prepared, and the arthrotic joint surfaces are resected with a saw. Next, the non-union gap is addressed. A 25-degree wedge is removed to correct the deformity of the thumb. For the re-arthrodesis of the MCP joint, two 1.1 mm K wires are inserted, paying particular attention to achieving the optimal thumb position. Because the trapeziometacarpal prosthesis extends deep into the metacarpal head, space for wire placement is limited. Nonetheless, the drill holes are made, the canals are tapped, and two allogeneic 4.0 mm shark screws are implanted, providing stable fixation of the MCP joint. Any protruding screw portions are trimmed flush with the bone using an oscillating saw. Subsequently, the joint surfaces of the IP joint are checked and, if necessary, further resected to achieve optimal alignment. The arthrodesis is performed using the typical plug technique with a shark screw. Proximally, a hole is drilled and tapped for a 3.5 mm screw. Distally, only one size larger is drilled. The screw is inserted into the proximal shaft, the head is removed, and the distal phalanx is pressed onto the protruding screw shaft. This is done with a twisting motion until both bone surfaces are in close contact. After wound closure, the patient receives a stabilizing thumb cast for 6 weeks, externally immobilizing both joints. With the 3 shark screws, the non-union of the MCP joint was stabilized while simultaneously performing the arthrodesis of the IP joint. The stable fixation enables uneventful healing, while the screws are gradually integrated into the patient's own bone through the natural remodeling process.